Time for the main event!
So it seems like community creations are vanishing from existence on the community creations tab, mostly created superstars, maybe some arenas. We haven't gotten that far yet, but mass things are being wiped out, and it's starting to look a little scary. Like, this game can just not catch a break. There is some good news at the end of the tunnel, so stick around. But anyway, let's get into this news, because as a guy who likes to make his own wrestlers and hasn't really uploaded anything yet because he's trying to save it for a show and then release them as part of the show as it goes on, if the damn game ever works properly for me, then yeah, all my creations will be uploaded. But this just kind of scares me for the future of community creations, because some of these creators are threatening to quit. Anyway, with that being said, let's go take a look at what's happening and discuss. So here we are over on X, and this is what happened. And big shout outs to Mr. Dubs, because he's the one who came across this, and I wanted to talk about it too, because we have, we have our own followings and we have a bunch of subscribers, and I kind of hope other creators talk about this, because this needs to be addressed. Now, there is a dev on their site getting things fixed, but he's only one man, and I don't know if he has the power to fix everybody's crap. So hopefully that'll happen. Anyway, so here's what happened. James X Converge, shoutouts to him. He says, PSA, after talking to someone from 2K, there is nothing that can be done, and my uploads are gone unless I go and re-upload all 119 creator wrestlers or superstars renders myself. This happened because I put my handle at ConvergeJX in my description in my uploads. If you have an at in your description, I can only imagine your uploads are also in danger of what happened to me. I advise everyone to keep in mind that from now on, for your own sake, don't do that obviously, I get around to re-uploading my cause in the next week or so, then I am done creating on WWE Games. I appreciate everyone's support, and I'll still be posting and using this account to talk about the beautiful thing we love called professional wrestling. Much love to everyone who supports me, and especially my boys in Tag Heart. Now here's the original post. He says, well, all of my uploads have been wiped from from my account, 30 plus cause and 100 plus renders, with more to be removed, I presume, all because I had ats in the description to credit myself and my friends for our work. Hundreds of hours, 3 months of work just gone. What a spit in the face. I received an email claiming I was doxing by crediting myself and my friends. I would never spam or dox anyone or put anyone else's handles on blast. I submitted a report, and they were quick to respond saying their decision stands. This is how players are treated by 2K. What's cool though is shoutouts to Cornell Gunther. Even though I had issues with how he was acting with the slow chemical song being added and how, the cane and everything, he does really help the community when it comes to this kind of stuff. He is probably the only dev that actually has an open dialogue with the community. So he deserves his flowers for helping this creator, which we'll read here in a second, get all his stuff, well, some of it, re-uploaded. So I don't know if this is going to happen for everybody, though, because there's another creator this happened to, and Cornell Gunther is trying to help him. Now, if a developer is the person that has to go in and tell them, hey, what are we doing? We're damaging our own game here. That is a huge red flag with how things are run over there. Like, they need way better communication. So big shout outs to Cornell Gunther for getting this guy's creation back. And we'll look at that post too before we go any further. So if we go down here, update, he says he is currently watching his creator wrestlers one by one becoming visible on community creations once again. I hope it's permanent and not something that will be undone in the future. Go grab any cause while you want in case they change their mind. I appreciate all the support on the situation regardless of if they stay up or not. I appreciate everyone reaching out and hope we got the right eyes on the situation and we can prevent this happening to anyone else's creation. So here is his creator handle. It's Kings SIC hashtag 07239. If you want to look at his cool content, his cool stuff here, make sure you go check it out. He's got some great content, like really good creator wrestlers, and he made a ton of them too, man. See, if I uploaded all my wrestlers, and let's say I made so many that I couldn't save them on one file, and I end up deleting them so I could re-download them later if I wanted to use them later, or for mass creation for the community, I'd be devastated if my creations got wiped out. Rarely I ever upload my creations anymore, mainly because I'm trying to save it for my Universe show. And as the Universe show goes on, I want to release them like, all right, so here's the first season. All right, here's the first season characters. Here's the second season. Here's the second season characters. To really like build off momentum and to get people hyped about those characters. Because if I just upload them as they make them, people are going to be like, who the hell is that? Because they're all original characters and they're not going to give a crap. So I'm trying to like promote them as I am releasing them. Now they're not like the greatest creations ever. I made them. I didn't make them for you guys. I made them for me. So I've been making them for 20 years. So I like them, but I do want to share them with the community because I like them so much. It'd be cool to share them with the community, and they all have backstories and all that kind of stuff. It's just getting things done in these games takes so much time, especially for creators. And if any little thing goes wrong and screws up or throws a wrench in it, it pretty much turns you off the game entirely. Because we've done it in every single game that's had creations. Like from however far back you've been playing. I've been playing since the original one, and I recreate my stuff every single game. So doing it 20 times every single year, it's like, dude, I just want my stuff to carry over. Because then if my crap carried over to the beginning of the game, boom, right into the universe mode. The show would start pretty much in the first couple days. As soon as I got the universe mode set up, all my creations in there, my championships, boom, off the races running. It's been over 2 months, and I still am trying to get everything set up because there's the face morphing issue. The universe stuff was getting borked, so it seems to be working fine now on the back end. I've been testing it out. Now it won't save my championships. I've made my same tag team and women's championships like 3 times, and I just get the infinite saving screen, and it won't save it. So it's like, it's every year it's always something. And I was going to do this for this year. I was just going to go play 2K25 and just use that as a universe show all the way up until 2K26 was, all the patches and everything were done, and then continue it from there in 2K26. But anyway, that didn't happen. So let's look at another post here before we continue. Jonathan Sabu says they deleted his content for putting his social media in the description also. And once again, Cornel Gunther says, I'll see what I can do. So if you are a big creator and you like creating a ton of wrestlers and you upload them onto the community creations, and this happens to you, make sure you tag Cornel Gunther, because it seems like he's been on top of this and he's really trying to help the community, because this seems like a bug, or maybe just somebody not understanding like what's happening here. It's like, oh, they're using the @ we're not allowed to use the @ they're probably using a third-party company to go through all this stuff, probably required by Nintendo. That's why the Nintendo community creations are so strict. That's why nothing hardly shows up on there. At least none of my stuff does. Anyway, so it sounds like this is just like an oversight and there needs to be some communication. Hey, ats are fine, but I don't know what the issue is. But anyway, before we end the video, I want to go look at the terms of service. So if you're a creator or just unaware of what they are, I went and found the page, and we're going to look at that and read through it so you know what to avoid, so that you can avoid all your creations getting wiped out. But if that does happen, make sure you tag Cornel Gunther, because he seems to be on top of it. So shout outs to Cornel Gunther. Thank you for helping these creators get their stuff back in the game, because a lot of them threaten to quit. Like if I was, like I said, if I was like Status or something, making tons and tons of creations, and all of a sudden they all got wiped out, I'd be done. I wouldn't be playing the game anymore. Like, I'd be totally done. I'd literally just make stuff for me and move on. That's like that's all I would do. Oh, that's my biggest fear with these games, is losing my creations. My stuff I spent hours on. I spent 100 hours in 2K26 making my creator wrestlers, just making stuff. I've played My Rise, I beat that. Played the island a little bit. I played a couple matches, here and there in between stuff to take a break. But I spent most of my time in this game this year and every year making wrestlers. Usually the first 100 to 200 hours for me are just making wrestlers before I even touch universe mode. Because I want everything made and created. Then I go and make the universe mode, get my shows all set up, my pay-per-views, my championships, my divisions, everything perfect. Then I play the game. Then I go play all the various modes, and I mostly play universe mode. And by the time that happens, sometimes because work's heavy or something's going on, the next game's out in the next few months. So the cycle continues. It's like, one of these days, I'm going to get it done. We're finally going to get that universe show, which nobody will watch because nobody's going to care about my wrestlers because they're all original wrestlers. Anyway, So let's go look at the terms of service right here. And I'll zoom in so you guys can see it here. All right, code of conduct for community creations. Let's read this real quick. And this was published June 24th, 2025 at 7:19, updated June 26th, 2025 at 1:44 p.m. It didn't say Pacific time. Anyway, it says, note, every player accepts the end user license agreement prior to accessing online features for WWE 2K, whatever game you're on. It says 2K takes players' conduct and fairness very seriously. Engaging in toxic behavior, cheating, or any other actions aimed at gaining an unfair advantage in WWE 2K not only diminishes the quality of the game, but also harms experience for the entire community. To ensure the safety and security of our WWE community, we actively monitor player behavior both in and outside the game. Players who violate our terms of service and this player code of conduct may face corrective actions ranging from initial warning or temporary ban or a permanent ban. Prohibited behaviors subject to corrective action include, but are not limited to, purchasing or selling or transferring accounts to or from another player, including transferring accounts for the purpose of engaging in grinding services affecting account progression, purchasing any in-game currency from unauthorized third-party sellers' websites, in-game currency farming and selling, including creating multiple accounts for the purpose of transferring and or aggregating currency, purchasing, selling, or transferring in-game currency to or from another player or account in a way not directly supported by the game mechanics. I don't even know how you would do that. That sounds like a mod or a hack. Building or using bots in any form or fashion. Hacking or attempting to hack the game in any form or fashion. Using mods or other software to gain an unfair advantage. So if you use mods against other players, then yeah, you're cooked. Uploading content with the intent of exploiting gameplay and or damaging the gameplay environment. Boosting, fraudulently altering progression by coordinating with other players to manipulate the outcomes of online games. What online games? There's no online where boosting would matter, right? There's literally nothing to do online at all. Anyway, uploading or sharing content that is illegal, offensive, inappropriate, lewd, or otherwise harmful, such as nudity, profanity, racism, hate speech, misogyny, self-harm, exploitation, or abuse. Uploading, creating. Now here is what were the meat and potatoes. I just figured I'd cover all of it while we're here. Uploading, creating, or sharing any content that includes, looks like, or is based on any third-party intellectual property, including any references to or images from any other franchise, game, movie, TV show, or brand may be restricted depending on the specific game's guidelines. I did not know that. That's crazy because people make Spider-Man, they make Deadpool, they make all sorts of stuff. That's like the whole point of community creations is to create, real things or stuff based off other things. Like 90% of the creations I see aren't even based on original creations because most people don't care about people's original creations. They usually save that for themselves, but that's funny. Like that's literally the whole point of the creation suite is to make whatever the heck you want. Okay. And it says abusive, threatening, or bullying behavior directed at 2K's personal or other players, clans, groups, or teams. Uploading, creating, or sharing content that is a reference to drugs or alcohol. Promoting or encouraging other players to engage in dangerous real-world stunts or challenges. Keep in mind, the examples above are not intended to be a complete list. They are some of the actions that are not allowed in order to help you understand what kind of behavior is not considered okay by any 2K game or community interaction. Promoting, there's probably what's happening. Promoting, increasing awareness, or driving engagement to any of these prohibited behaviors which are not clearly and explicitly authorized by 2K or Take-Two is not allowed and is also subject to corrective action. The number of violations of this policy that are allowed before a player's account or device is suspended or banned may vary depending on the severity of the infraction. Player accounts or devices may be permanently banned immediately if their severity of the infraction is significant. The volume of the content uploaded, created, or shared by them that violates the policy is high, or the volume of complaints received from them is high. It doesn't really say anything about promoting like creators or promoting your brand or promoting anything like that. So I'm not sure why having an @ symbol would do something like it. Maybe they're afraid of you adding somebody and they're getting like attacked or something or doxxed or whatever. But other than that, I don't see an issue with tagging other creators that help you made your creation, or if you worked with someone else to make something, or just tagging people that you yeah, I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't see anything in here that says that would warrant them doing that. It's not, and these are the terms of service that are like, this is the most recent terms of service that was updated last year. Maybe they should update it, say, hey, no self promotion, no none of this, because I remember, I think it was 2K24, when I uploaded my wrestlers and I pretty much added my channel and my Twitter account. For some reason, they disappeared. I'm like, where'd my creations go? Did it glitch out? Well, now I know. They probably removed it because I had an @ in there. So, for whatever reason, having an @ on your character or in your description or whatever, adding people, like sharing tags and stuff, is no bueno. This is bad. Don't do it. So, just to cover yourselves, so this doesn't happen to you and get all your creations removed or deleted or wiped out or finger snapped like Thanos. I know that movie came out a long time ago, but finger snapped like Thanos out of existence off of community creations. Just don't use ats. I would just use hashtags. Like, if you're going to do that. Or maybe just say, like, check me out on X, with your hashtag or whatever, your handle. I wouldn't use the @ sign at all if I were you. And then when they go to your X account, then have all your buddies, hey, this is who made this, who's made this, because apparently 2K doesn't like that, unfortunately. So, but with Cornell Gunther going in and getting people their stuff back, it tells me that there's something going on in the background. I don't know if, like, maybe some of the money-making people are purposely like, okay, this guy's uploading so much, he might affect our sales of these wrestlers, even though from the looks of it, most of his wrestlers that he uploaded weren't in the game. Like, he's not like uploading wrestlers with new attires or anything. It looked like those were purely wrestlers, I'd have to look at it again, that were just not in the game. And that shouldn't be an issue because it doesn't affect any sales whatsoever. I don't get it, man. This franchise is just, it's cursed. I truly think it's cursed. And Denhausen's not even in the game yet, and the game's cursed, which is hilarious. Maybe that's why it's cursed, because he's not in it. Maybe when he gets in the game, it'll be uncursed, and it'll just be perfect. Anyway, so how do you feel about this? Like, once again, if you're a creator and you like to create wrestlers and you uploaded a bunch of stuff and they're disappearing, go tell Cornell Gunther, and maybe he'll help you out and get it fixed. But don't expect that, because I don't think he's going to do that for everybody, but the guys that make tons and tons of wrestlers, it sounds like he's on it. Maybe they're going to fix that. I mean, it's just one crazy thing after another with this game. It's crazy. Anyway, I just want to give Cornell Gunther his flowers. If you watched my last video, I was kind of annoyed with his behavior when it comes to acting like they listen to the community, but out of all the developers, he's the one that seems to actually talk to the community and he tries to help. He's trying. So I'll give him that. So big shout outs to him. Anyway, thank you for watching. Big shout outs to Mr. Dubs for coming across this issue. I just wanted to cover it too because we get more eyeballs on it, and maybe they'll really make sure that this doesn't happen to anybody else, because nothing is worse being a creator and just seeing all your stuff get wiped out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty.